You think Hollywood only cares about young stars? Think again. This 97-year-old actor has been in over 650 films, more than almost anyone alive. And he's not the only legend still working in 2026. Here's who's still out there, still killing it. From Oscar winners to sci-fi icons, these are the actors and actresses who never got the memo that Hollywood is a young person's game. Some are in their 80s, some are in their 90s. All of them are still working, right now in 2026. Let's count them down. James Hong. At 97 years old, his career spans more than 75 years. He started acting back in 1945. Over that time, he's taken on more than 650 roles across film, television, and voice acting, making him one of the most prolific actors in entertainment history. Back in 1965, he co-founded East West Players, one of the first Asian American theater groups in the country. And if you think his best days are behind him, think again. It was Everything Everywhere All at Once, released in 2022. That introduced him to a whole new generation of fans. Just imagine acting through 8 decades of Hollywood history, the studio system, New Hollywood, the blockbuster era, and now streaming. James Hong has seen it all, but he's not even the oldest name on this list. Let's talk about the Oscar-winning veterans. Anthony Hopkins, 88 years old, won Best Actor again in 2024 for The Sun, at age 86. His first win in this stretch came in 2021 for The Father when he was 83. Morgan Freeman, also 88, is still landing lead roles, including My Dead Friend Zoe and Gunnar in 2024, and the 2025 sequel, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Robert De Niro and Ben Kingsley, both 81, are still headlining major productions. Collectively, these actors have earned more than 45 Oscar nominations since turning 70. That's proof that prestige roles haven't dried up with age. If anything, they've multiplied. And it's not just the men still dominating the screen. Jane Fonda, 86 years old, is still acting, and still one of Hollywood's most visible activists. Rita Moreno, 92, has a career spanning decades, and she's still working in television today. Helen Mirren, 79, and Meryl Streep, 76, are both landing major roles well into their 70s and 80s, and both remain genuine box office draws. And then there's Eva Marie Saint, who's been acting since 1955's East of Eden. And she's still appearing in shows like Law & Order, Organized Crime. Think about how differently the industry treated aging actresses just a generation ago. That shift alone tells you how much has changed. Now here's where it gets interesting. The next generation of legends is closer than you think. This year, a whole new wave of familiar faces crosses into the 50-plus club. Freddie Prinze Jr., born March 8, 1976, officially graduates from teen heartthrob to Hollywood mainstay. Sarah Chalke turns 50 on August 27th. From Roseanne to Scrubs, she's kept working steadily ever since. Jon Bernthal turns 50 this year too, born September 20th, 1976, and he remains one of the most in-demand character actors working today. And Jessica Capshaw turns 50 on August 9th, still carving her own path in the industry. Today's icons just joined the 50-plus club, and that's the bridge between the legends we grew up with and the next generation taking their place. So what's the secret? Why do some actors fade out and others just get bigger? Studios are increasingly casting older actors in prestige dramas, historical epics, and franchise films that skew toward loyal, older audiences. Streaming platforms specifically reward name recognition and trust. A familiar face brings a built-in audience, which reduces the risk on a new series or film. Family-friendly franchises lean on veteran actors for both gravitas and marketing value. Think about it. A 25-year-old newcomer versus a face you already trust. Audiences click on the one they know. And here's the deeper story. It's not just these actors who are aging. The audience that grew up watching them is aging too. And today, that audience has more disposable income and more viewing time than almost anyone else. One more thing before we wrap up. A few honorable mentions deserve a shout-out. George Takei, actor, activist, still working across television, film, theater, and radio. And Dick Van Dyke, at 99 years old, still making cameo appearances. Living proof that in Hollywood, it's never really over. Hollywood was never just a young person's game. It just took the industry this long to admit it. These actors didn't slow down. They adapted, kept working, and kept proving that talent doesn't have an expiration date. And if the next wave, the Bernthals, the Chalks, the Capshaws, are any indication, this list is only going to get longer. Which of these actors surprised you the most? Drop their name in the comments. And if you want more deep dives like this, subscribe. Because we're just getting started.